The podcast you are listening to of Holmberg's Morning Sickness is brought to you by my friends at Eric's Family Barbecue in Avondale. Meet, mesquite, repeat. Trust me on this one. You've had barbecue before, but you haven't had it this good. Eric's Family Barbecue in Avondale, ericsfamilybbq.com.
When was the last time you had really good Texas-style barbecue? Eric's Family Barbecue, the way it's supposed to taste. Always delicious, never rushed, and prepared to perfection. Eric's Family Barbecue uses only 100% fresh meat, slowly smoked over mesquite wood until it's juicy and delicious. We all know their brisket is the best, but have you tried their pulled pork ribs, or rib tips? Amazing, and their sides are all house-made. Eric's Family Barbecue in Avondale. Meet, mesquite, repeat. Make the trip. You won't be sorry. Go to ericsfamilybbq.com for more information.
Holmberg's Morning Sickness.
Disgusting. They smell. They're sticky. They say things that are horrible.
We've got a soldier out there this morning. We've got Mark Randall hanging out for us, and he gets special music for KUP deployment. Mark is out doing his due diligence for the final time as KUP deployment is, this is it. It's the last day. This is the last time we're going to collect for it for troops overseas, and Mark's at the Safeway on Indian School and Litchfield Road out there. Is he on? Ready to go?
Should be.
Mark, are you there?
I'm here, bud.
There you are. Welcome. Thank you again, Mark Randall, our one and only veteran outside of Paul Sura, but we couldn't ask him to do this. He'd have killed us for asking. Mark would have been out there doing it anyway. Mark's served in the Navy for a while there,
yep.
and did his thing. Thank him for that. Veterans Day is next Thursday. We're going to pack all this stuff up. We're loading up for Arizona troops overseas. People think, oh, there's nobody, all of it's over and everything. No, there's, I think, what'd you say, Mark, like over 500 still from Arizona out there?
I'd say there's about 500, give or take. We're pulling in other that we're getting from some of the audience and our friends that are serving that aren't part of the National Guard troops and stuff of that nature, are actually serving in the Middle East. So there's at least 500 that we're going to send out this year. Yeah,
and it's kind of a weird, more important than ever thing, because these are the ones who, now that everybody's got their mind off of it, there's a bunch of people who aren't going to be here through November, December, January, and everything else that somewhat forgotten.
Yeah, everything was hyper-focused around everything in the Middle East for the last decade, but and we sent a ton of troops out there to help support it, but now there's still other missions continuing, and there's stuff going on the border. There's stuff going on in crisis areas like in Sicily right now because of the flooding.
Yeah,
there's a ton of stuff going on. A lot of our troops from Arizona are out there serving and showing their due diligence. So it's, when you're away from the holidays, a little something from home means everything.
Stinks.
So
just stinks. I mean, I'm sure when you were out there,
totally
you were in country in the Philippines there, and I'm sure that the Ladyboy BJs were rough on the holidays. So you can be around your family.
Yeah, it was rough times for sure. A lot of the areas that we're still at aren't, up to date and don't have, full places to, find resources. So it's kind of nice to get something from home, especially a little touch from Arizona, especially for from here. So
that's great. And
we're out here for the last time on Thursday. Yep.
I was going to say,
last Thursday out.
Shut up, Mark. Listen, I was going to say, I just got an email from somebody this morning that said that their daughter and son are both overseas right now. One is at a place they can't even tell their family about.
Oh, wow. That doesn't surprise me.
Yeah. That's weird to me that they're getting those kind of missions where, like, we can't tell you where I'm going. I'm like, that still goes on? That's still happening? You don't even think about those things. Now, we're probably 100%. Not going to be able to send them anything because nobody knows where they are.
No. Well, we can send stuff to a lot of the USOs that are close by that do serve them, because that stuff's in theater, so they can take care of those people once it arrives there. It's just sending stuff direct is not appropriate. So,
okay.
And they can put it in another truck and take it out to the undisclosed.
There you go, to the other people. Either way, it's all good. Go. It's all for a good thing. Mark, what are you looking for today?
So today we're focusing on dental floss and toothbrushes. Those are the things we're a little shy on, and there's plenty here at the store at Safeway, so if you want to stop by and pick some up, that would be huge for us. We'll be here till 9 o'clock. We've also got tickets to Holmberg's Happy Ending.
All right.
And the Good Guys Car Show coming up. So come on by and sign up for that. We got some swag with us. Paige and Brady are over there hanging out, talking to some people right now. This is kind of a military hood because we're just south of the airbase. So if you're a DOD or a dependent or something like that, and you're heading to the base this morning, stop by and drop something off. It'd be a huge help to us. Really appreciate it. And thanks to our sponsors, Modelo and Superstar Car Wash and Lerner Row for being a part of this again this year. They'll be out with us next Thursday as we pack all the boxes and ship them off directly to the post office, off to our troops next Thursday.
A Veterans Day tradition, and I love it. Nice job, Mark. Thank you. Mark will be out there until about 9, Indian School and Litchfield. We'll chat with you again in a second. Get it going there.
You got it, buddy.
All right,
Thank
it's Mark Randall out there helping us out this morning. Our veteran
Man,
Mark.
he's a pro at that.
He's good. He's
Man,
good.
I'm
at this.
impressed.
Mark does a good job. Mark's
He's embedded.
he's military. He gets things done. You tell Mark to do it, the job gets done. That's for darn sure. And he is, again, the guy you need to know at KUPD. You want tickets to things? Get to be friends with Mark. Ladies, you know how to do that. Lady boys, you know how to do that. It's time now, though, for Brady Boy, to give us all of his news. We call it the Brady Report. It's brought to you by our friends at Hooters. It's almost championship weekend. Boy, that's going to be a big one. 90 degrees all weekend long out there at PIR.
Yeah.
Swampy,
Hot track.
swampy Confederate flags drying off those foreheads out there, but it's going to be fun. Championship weekend at Hooters is your headquarters for the racing action. You post a pic from the tire display at the downtown Hooters with the hashtag Hooters Arizona and receive 10 boneless wings free with the purchase of any 10 wings. Best enjoyed with the delightful Bud Light. Hooters and Bud Light bring you the Brady Report. Brady Report.
Good Thursday morning to you, Phoenix. Hello, world. You ready for this happy National Candy Day? Because we haven't had that
Yeah, that's not
lately.
enough of that. I'll go have some more.
A couple days after Halloween, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, just keep going.
Yeah.
National Candy Week, really.
A couple of baseless fun facts. There are 17 monarchies in the world ruled by a queen. 16 of those are Queen Elizabeth II.
No kidding. She still has her
The other
empire.
is the Kingdom of Denmark, which is ruled by Queen Margaret II.
Okay. Didn't even know Denmark was still holding the country at bay. They've got an oppressed country that's neat. What's Denmark's second? Like, who do they own?
Oh, only one. Just Denmark.
That's the only other.
Yeah,
I thought they had
16 of them
I see.
belong to
I thought you were saying
Elizabeth II.
They had one of their own
and the
also.
17th is just
Gotcha.
Margaret
Boy,
II.
Elizabeth's swinging.
She's got it.
Look at
Well,
that.
she's been. Look, England's been swinging a big one for a long
Yeah.
time. Liz grabbed it and put it into a lasso.
After Deliverance, the movie, was released in 1972, tourism became the main source of income in Rabun County, Georgia.
Where the river was.
The movie was made.
That's not the town that got flooded.
No.
Because the whole movie is based on a true flooding. Like, they actually were going to release that. So the footage of that was legitimate. Like, they were going to do like, oh, okay, but then they had to film it somewhere else. It was like Mississippi or something, and then they did the thing in Rayburn. And what a movie that is. That's one of my favorites.
I haven't seen it in a while, but I remember I liked
Deliverance
it. Yeah.
is so good.
Intense.
Intense, and like, I think it's more like, I don't know that chicks would like it as much.
No.
Because it's like guys' adventure, somewhat early midlife crisis to midlife crisis movie where they got to do something with their lives before that thing isn't available anymore. Now, the last guys to do this river run before the river they break the dam or something and flood this whole area. It's an amazing movie.
Maybe
And a
his last one.
Classic.
The actor Bela Lugosi was buried in one of his Dracula costumes.
Learned that from Ed Wood.
There's a little survey of pet owners. 2,000 pet owners were surveyed. Some of the results, 6% of the people say they bathe with their pets,
Ugh.
which is wild.
Like, I've been in the tub to give my dog a bath, but it isn't my bath, too.
Yeah, the survey was mostly focused on unhygienic things pet cats and dogs do.
Poopy butt. It's a big thing when you got a dog with poopy butt, and you got to get him in the bathtub and scrub. But usually just roll your legs up and sit on the edge.
Yeah, but I think this 6%
This is
is
taking a bath with their dog.
Yeah.
Oh.
22% of the people say they share meals with their pets.
Like scraps at the table?
I wouldn't
Or-
say a whole meal. I'd throw some down
Yeah, you
once in
may
a while,
drop.
but yeah.
They pick up scraps.
Yeah, I'd know more on that. Is that sitting down and having a meal with them?
Do you like candles?
67% allow their pets on the sofa.
Yeah.
36% let their pets track dirt into the house without cleaning their feet first.
Nah, I mean,
Well-
they do that anyway. But
Yeah. What are they supposed to do? Wipe their paws at the door?
Yeah, like mud?
Yeah.
You got to clean them up.
21% allow their pets to walk on kitchen countertops and tables.
Sometimes cats, it's impossible to stop.
You try to break them of it.
It's hard. It is gross, though, because they walk in their own pee box.
97% let their pet kiss them.
Sure. And by kiss, you mean lick. Isn't it amazing?
Whatever it takes.
Isn't it amazing how we're like, oh, that's disgusting. That's a pet's tongue. And then, like, if a woman gives you the opportunity, the places you'll put your tongue, it's ridiculous. Like right there by her sewer.
Yeah.
We're like, oh, okay. A dog licking my face, that's great. Do you know what you've done with your own tongue?
And where she's had her tongue, too.
And where that, yeah. And we touch tongues all the time with people, and God knows what she's been doing. Pig.
Another study on dogs ranked the naughtiest breeds and the best behaved. And how they did this was they went through thousands of Instagram posts where people complained about their dogs misbehaving or bragged about what a good dog they were. And there was a clear winner in the naughtiest dog category. The Japanese Spitz was the worst behaved dog overall. It's a fairly small dog, 10 to 25 pounds, with bright white fur and pointy ears. 87% of Instagram posts about them had to do with bad behavior. The rest of the 5 naughtiest breeds, the Vizsla, Chugs, Chihuahua Pug.
That is, yeah.
Shizans.
A Shih Tzu and Bichon Frise.
Yep. And the Pujan.
A poodle and a Bichon.
Yep.
Look at you.
Welsh Terriers.
I'm good at my
hybrids.
Dr. Moreau dogs.
The best behaved was the Korean Jindos.
Yeah, they know what they get if they don't behave. They're on a dinner plate. There's a story.
76% of the posts about them were positive.
There's a story going on right now in Phoenix about a dog that has no legs at all and walks on these prosthetics. And it's becoming a children's book because this dog was in a South Korean meat market and was and they got rescued. Not yet, no, but it was like it had things wrong with it and it's like a golden retriever too. It's kind of a pretty dog. I don't know. That's not accurate, but it looks like one. And they rescued it, and it stayed in a South Korean vet for 2 months. And I'm like, Jeez. South Korea has vets? And then I was like, oh, yeah, I guess they would still like have some people who he took it, and it was like the meat market thing. And now it's in Phoenix, and it's going to have like children's stories written about it. It walks around on these little blue pegs. It learned how to walk with its fake legs. I'm like, man, why in South Korea did this dog get the reprieve?
Because... well, it's got a better chance. North Korea, forget about it.
No, you don't even know. They eat everything in North Korea. But South Korea, better chance. There's a meat market, Brady. It got mixed up in it. What better chance are you talking about?
Vets, they're inspectors.
Right. They go, this one too hairy. He funny too. I keep. But yeah, they had him in there for 2 months. When you first said like
the legs, I'm like, I'm picturing like the Renaissance fair.
Yeah, they're walking around with
one dog leg.
They keep it alive and just chunk off food parts. No, that's not
brutal.
What's going on. He was all tucked up in some cage. The story's like going to be a big children's. It's a great story, but I just thought of like the meat market part, and then how dare you open a veterinarian's office in South Korea, and there's dog meat markets. This one no good. He didn't.
He's going to be. That vet's probably constantly saying, "If I don't get any more clients, we're closing the doors,
we're shutting her down." These people are doing other stuff, and the crazy part is that he's here in Phoenix, which I find fascinating. But yeah, Korean dogs, they're well behaved. They know what happens.
The Korean Jindo was the number one. Number 2 was Rhodesian Ridgebacks, Portuguese water dogs, rat terriers, and miniature pinschers were big. Study also looked at U.S. states where people would complain about their dogs the most. The states that complained the most or had the naughtiest dogs: Kansas, North Carolina, and South Dakota.
Farm dogs.
The states that complained the least: Maryland, Maine, Indiana.
Well,
that's big farm, and Maine.
Indiana, most of them don't even know they have dogs, let alone kids. They're just looking for the next batch of meth. The whole state's addicted.
Most married couples enjoy the fact that their partner is getting a promotion at work.
Sure.
It's a good thing because they can,
more money,
up their lifestyle, more money. This woman shocked the internet by revealing exactly why she gets so excited at the thought of her husband getting another promotion. She wrote on a site saying she admitted that the only reason her husband keeps getting promotions is because she's actually having sex with his boss.
Nice.
The woman said, "My husband has been given several promotions at work. I've been banging his boss for a couple of years."
Did he know this?
Does not know.
Oh, shoot.
She's probably pretty hot.
She says the good news about the promotion is it takes more of his time, which gives me more time to spend with the boss.
So this guy's giving him more projects so the boss can go home and nail his wife.
Yeah.
Well, and she's revealing this because she wants to be with the boss full time, probably.
Not yet.
Got a picture?
That's it.
Yeah, let's get photos of
We
this.
have no photos.
Damn it. Wait, she put it on social media and we don't have any pictures? Does she have a name?
No.
Oh, this is an anonymous story. I don't trust those. So if your wife bangs your boss and you start seeing like this guy's just ascending greatly, what a dedicated woman that is. Like she's going to make your life better like she promised on the altar. I'm here to make your life better, and that means I'll do anything. Well, you got to bang my boss and get me a few $100,000 more. Okay. I would like to implement that exact strategy with almost all of your wives. Unless you got a hog for a wife. Because yuck! The new Reeb, I'll bang your wife for more money program.
The promotion poon program.
How come Trip doesn't talk to my wife?
Maybe it's because her mouth's always full of food. Pig, next. Yeah, I like them fit.
2 people went into a vacant house in Winnipeg, Canada over the weekend.
Walking to Tripp's office, I just wanted to call you in and give you this bonus check. For what? Don't worry about it.
Because I like you.
I like you and the way you run your household. Hey, thanks. Just got a couple $1,000 from Tripp. I don't even know why.
Oh, that's wonderful.
You should call him and thank him.
Here's a
I will.
promotion and
I'll thank him all right.
And a paid vacation for a week.
Yeah, you get to go a trip for one for 14 days to beautiful Australia on my Griffin. Oh, I get to go by myself? That's the only deal. You have to go alone.
So these 2 dudes from Winnipeg, Canada, broke into a house. Must be getting cold there because they're trying to steal the furnace.
Well, they know what's coming.
Yeah. Winter is coming.
Yeah, they're prepared. They're
good prep.
They're procrastinators. They are not up in Canada, those criminals.
So they dislodged the connections, which caused a gas leak that they didn't know.
Oops.
Happened. The bad news is they didn't realize the leak, so they both passed out inside the property.
Yeah.
The leak was so bad, the neighbors were able to smell what's going on here. They checked the house, and that's where they found the 2 thieves.
I'm an idiot.
Out.
And I know that little dial on top of the gas line that connects into furnaces and water heaters and
the
stuff.
one that says pilot light and then temperature.
If you're going to take anything apart, you want to turn that one off.
Yeah.
It's a good idea.
Maybe even go and turn the whole situation off outside.
You can go to the main.
Right.
Yeah.
If you're going to steal a gas-operated furnace.
Well, they detained the guys, and since it's Canada, they let them go.
They were just cold, eh? No big deal, right? No harm, no foul, right?
They'll fix it.
I stuck them in the penalty box for 5 minutes, eh? Instigators.
The Florida man, the real Florida man. I don't know if you remember this guy. You won't. His name's Matt Leatham. He's 23 years old. He's the Florida man because he got the tattoo on his forehead of the state of Florida.
Oh, yeah.
He's been arrested again. But he's free on a $10,000 bond. The complaint was he was choking out his girlfriend this time.
Oh, yeah. Don't want to do that with a face tattoo.
Yeah. The other one was, I think, he was assaulting someone else.
Oh, of course.
Sure. He's known for it.
Yeah.
He's got the tattoo of the state of Florida on his head.
The Florida man.
He is going to get caught every time he does something wrong. What's he look like? Well, he's 6 feet tall, 185, white guy, brown hair. Any distinguished, like any tattoos or birth? Yeah, he's got a state of Florida on his head. Why didn't you just start there?
Yeah,
we'll find him.
What
We'll go find him.
waiting for?
By the way, I'm getting emails like crazy. People want to hear your stroke from yesterday, so let me just get it out of the way.
Yeah.
Brady had a small. I didn't catch this one. This was what was
exclusive scenes from Pulp Fiction. Pulp Fiction.
Oh, I'm just going to go with it.
It's over. It's over.
And then later, this
Northport Point, Florida chief, the police chief there, the chief of police.
That was a start. In hindsight, we should have called somebody.
The police of chief was first.
Yeah. Oh, that was first.
Pulp
And then
Friction was
this
second.
That was the third story.
Yeah.
Because the worry is, I get a medical professional that emails me and said, that was a stroke, by the way. And I'm like, well, it's a mini stroke, and there's a special word for it. And they call them, when you can't make 3 words work, that's like the biggest sign
Like
you're having a
repeatedly?
small
Really?
stroke. Yeah, like 3-word sentences are usually somebody who is about to have a stroke. They have 3-word sentences,
So
and then they jumble
the police chief?
No, it was North Point, I think, because Point and police.
But when you start
mixed
speaking
up.
in blocks of 3 words and they stop, and then another block of 3 words and then they stop, which Brady does, and then you get
exclusive scenes from Pulp Fiction. Pulp Fiction.
Sorry, I'm just gonna go with it.
It's over.
That was Marcus, by the way.
Is that Marcus or Brett? Because we're all watching. They're right. They're like, I think it was a stroke. Play it again. I'm like, I'm not gonna do it.
Northport. On that one point, Florida chief, the police of chief there, the chief of police.
What? All right, it's better than I remember. Thank you for pushing me. Thank you, doctor, for pushing me. And also saying Brady needs to go get checked.
North Point
See how
police
smooth
chief.
I was? I'm like, oh, yeah, I realized what I did there.
Yeah.
No.
No.
I did. I just said that?
Yeah.
Man.
Say it now. North Point police chief.
North Point police chief. Tough.
Is it?
That one and the
John
Pulp.
Point police chief. For you?
When I was saying,
a grown-up
for
has
me, that is for me.
All right, there you go. That's better.
Pulp Friction was
Yes.
where I was going to head down that.
Why?
So you're
Because it was coming out and I was catching
you were
it.
thinking ahead.
I'm like, I'm going to say friction.
Oh, I see. Okay. I thought you were doing it to like lead us to a path. I'm like, Pulp Friction makes no sense.
Yeah.
Pump Friction, you're doing the porno joke,
Yep.
picking up fruit off the ground.
I got a quick wild world.
This doctor says you need help. You want to? I worry.
Take him up on it?
I appreciate that.
I do.
I know that.
I get
if he's
medical people.
offering,
Oh, you want a free shot?
Hey,
why not?
tell me something I don't know.
Trade you some sauce. No, tell me something I don't know is not what stroke people are. Oh, you're having a stroke. Tell me something I don't know is not the proper response as the guy having the stroke.
I don't remember that from the consumer service ads.
I've got a nurse that emails me all the time and says, I'm serious. Like these 3-word sentences make me nervous. I'm like, I don't hear it. And I was like, we're trained to look for it. Like speaking in chunks. I'm like, I don't hear it. And don't call them chunks anymore. She goes, no, I didn't. Speaking in chunks. I'm like, I don't know what that means. But they were worried about you. And then the doctor asked me to play it again. I'm like, all right.
I checked out okay a couple weeks ago.
Yeah,
Blood pressure.
Then yesterday.
They check you for stroke?
Yeah, they do.
What?
Yeah.
Really?
You know how you're stroking? You're good.
You get checked daily for strokes.
Yeah, they stick a finger
Every
in my
2
butt.
weeks. And it's like, let's see if
Like,
this
here's
guy's
how we
having a
check for
stroke.
strokes.
It's not a doctor.
That's.
Not
We
a
need
doctor.
to have a talk.
We need to chat. It's not a friend either, by the way. I'm
Hello,
glad.
my friends. I'm Brady Bogan, and this is your Wild Wild World.
Moving on.
I love his pauses.
We got this guy in Brazil who was jumping into a lake to escape a swarm of bees. Nightmare.
John's method.
Horrifying. They'll sting you underwater, too. Hornets will, at least.
What?
Oh, yeah. My dad tells the story when he was a kid. He took a stick because they had a ton of properties living on a farm, and he started to hit this old piece of wood when he was like 7. They had this pond on their land, and he hit this old downed tree, and there was like a hornet's or wasp's nest inside of it, and they all just went poof, and they burst out of there, and he ran into the pond thinking they won't get me here, and he's like, they were on him, and he got in the water, and they just kept stinging under the water because now they're drowning. So
They stuck on
now
him.
they're in the
Yeah.
And he said, so it didn't even stop him. He said, I got stung worse when I went in the water than I did if I'd have just kept running.
I pulled a stinger out the other day. Girl got stung in the arm.
Who?
And
What girl?
I just remembered
Random
at the
girl?
tailgate
Oh, over the thing.
last Thursday. She's like, I got a stinger in my arm.
And you went over
there.
and bothered
It
her?
was out.
Did you know her?
I met her a couple minutes before that.
Wow. What a caring individual.
Yeah.
Did she help while you had a stroke, or were you just the only medical professional in the area?
Well, we exchanged Pulp Friction tapes.
That doesn't make any sense, Brady.
Anyway, this guy dove into the river in Brazil to get away from the bees.
Ugh, horrible.
Was eaten by piranhas.
Oh,
Man, if his day couldn't have got any
Yeah.
worse.
Oh, that's rough.
That's your Wild Wild World.
That's a toughie. What a dump. Why do people live there? How much pride in your country do you have to have piranhas in the water and like bugs that kill you constantly because of that stupid Amazon. That thing is just, you can sit and search for this cure for cancer all you want. Everything in there kills you. It's necessary for our Earth to have air. I'm like, is it? I think we'll figure that out.
Earth seems to be doing
Yeah,
okay.
we're all right. We'll cut down that. We were making newspapers out of that at a clip that was believable back in the 80s, and I was breathing.
This mom posted a little note that she got from her 5-year-old daughter. Totes adorbs.
The love of a child, Brady.
Yes, it truly is. The note basically was asking her mom, I'll give you the proper note that she was asking.
Okay.
It says, how old was you when you could ride a bike?
Okay.
Well, being
It's an
5
urban
years
child.
old.
Yeah, I was just going to say.
Urban
I'm gonna say
riding.
that. Or, the kids miss words every now and
Right.
then.
Dumb ones.
But some of the letters are reversed around.
So she's got the dyslexia.
But her mom knew what she meant, I think. But the letter that she handed her, the note says, how old was you when you could ride a dick? Love. It has an E on the end, but the B was reversed.
So
around.
the B was not. So it actually, a bike is spelled backwards B-I-C-K-E. This is a dumb child. This is a 5-year-old?
Yeah.
How old was you when, W-E-N, you could, C-U-D, you could rid a dick? E.
Tang high on the black.
Tang high on the Plex coming next Thursday when we read those
I think
letters.
she's writing lyrics for Megan Thee
is a
Stallion
teaser.
in her spare time.
Right. How old was you when you could ride a dick, Mom?
Oh, my God. You're reading that book in class again.
Well, I was 11.
I was your age.
Let's get to some radio videos.
Wow. Well, what's the answer to that? How old was you?
Yeah.
She said 12.
12, which is solid, because that's exactly how old you was when you could. Now, when you did is a different story.
I could have started riding dick anytime I wanted. I chose to not ride dick until I was 14 on a mattress in an alley. And then you showed up.
She said I was 12 and I learned on a tandem.
Ooh.
I used a unicycle for years.
The first one is Mama jumping on the tramp.
All right.
Trampoline.
We get it.
Man.
Just had to clear that up for Brett.
Yeah.
See?
It's almost as good as dill.
All right. Do you have sound on this? Oh, she's too fat.
Oh, yeah.
It goes right through the bottom of it. Oh, God. Oh. Like the kids saw it before anybody else made that awful noise.
As kids do.
They should have that siren of child scream. That should be playing outside of every Planned Parenthood.
It wasn't the jumping, it was the scream that broke the springs.
Listen to this. That kid's scream.
Oh, maybe not.
Oh. I didn't even look at the mom doing it.
Then the kid was attacked by a wild hog.
Good. That noise.
Got some grinding going on in the dancing.
All right. Yeah.
On top of his ride at the car show.
Oh, make it down the back of the hatchback.
Using the
rest
trunk
on the
for a little,
hatchback.
She's big.
Oh, the hatch is open.
First
Okay.
place.
Oh, that's it. She leans down in an open hatch, and then her big fat body closes the hatch, and she falls off the back of the car. That's great stuff. I like that.
Last one's another Evel Knievel wannabe.
Okay.
Guy's jumping some ramps. It looks like a skate park again.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, he's got his motorcycle. Oh, no, the bike's in the air. Oh, it didn't land on him.
Just misses.
Oh, he tries to
I
ride up.
hit him.
He's doing okay right there, and then he loses the bike, and the bike just goes 25 feet in the air, and I mean, that's an inch from landing on him. He falls off, and the bike goes straight up in the air.
Caleb Carmichael.
Oh, man, I don't like watching it knowing how it's going to end.
Man.
Yikes.
There you have it.
Why do they keep doing stupid things like? Can we get one successful video before we start seeing all the failures? I don't want to watch the practice. Oof, that
I'll
one's-
get some successful ones.
That's a
Brent
tough
for
one.
you.
Wait, Brent Crandall sent over a couple.
Oh,
if you wanna,
boy.
Yes.
You know, yeah.
Are they bad?
No, well, I mean,
Hold your commentary until
yeah. All right,
I
here we
give
go.
a thumbs up or thumbs down on whether or
All right,
not
here we
this
go.
is a thing. This guy sends us terrible videos. Did you see that thing Jeremy sent yesterday? That lady with that
Yeah. 11-year-old.
little thing living in her eyeball?
Jeremy always sends stuff like
Jeremy
that.
stuff's tough
Yeah.
to watch. All right, this is Brent Crandall. All right. I think we did that one. We did that one.
We did that one.
I've seen that one. Yeah.
Guy jumping
All right.
off
Yeah.
stiff legs, jumps off a second-story roof
right,
and hyperextends. Let's.
Yeah.
How about this one?
Oh, that was rough. Oh, it's a
Chick fight.
Girl fight.
Wait for it.
One lifts the other. Oh! Pile driver.
Oh.
That is a paralyzed person. Wow. Turned her right over and threw her down on her own head. Wasn't hard to do.
And I
Oh,
think this
my
is the
goodness.
last
Oh, there's 3?
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Look at this one.
Oh! It's a fat guy scorpioning.
The face there is the best part of the video.
And that is the worst thing that's ever happened to a Native American. Oh, my God. He fell off a desk and sideways scorpioned.
All right, we have one more.
No, for crying out loud.
There we go.
What's this?
No, this is somebody says because of your love of Leo Sayer.
Oh, yeah.
Is it
This
the
is great.
Leo Talica?
Leo Talica.
This is Leo Sayer and Metallica together, and it sort of works.
Hey, hey, I'm your life. I'm the one who takes you there.
Gotta wait till the chorus.
Hey, hey, I'm your life. I'm the one who cares. Hey, hey, they betray. I'm your only true friend now. They'll betray. I'm forever there.
Here we go.
I'm in a spin, shaking
It works.
string, make me feel like dancing.
No excitement drug.
You make me feel like dancing.
No excitement drug.
You make me feel
Oh, that's great.
like dancing. I feel like dancing, dance the night away. I feel like dancing, dancing.
Oh, this is too good.
I'm your pain.
All right, that's fantastic.
That's solid.
Yeah,
Well
that's
done
good.
to everybody involved. I didn't know. I would watch that go on tour before Lou Reed.
I'd wait for the bonfire at that show.
The Lou Reed Metallica was 10 times worse than Leo and Metallica. Great stuff. Well done. Good Lord, how does this happen? There you go. That's your Brady Report, brought to you by Hooters and Bud Light. It's 98 KUPD.
98
Oh my gosh. Shut the front door.
UPD.
You've been listening to Holmberg's Morning Sickness Podcast, brought to you by our friends at Eric's Family Barbecue in Avondale. Meet, mesquite, repeat. Eric'sFamilyBBQ.com.